So this is just a screenshot of what the interface could look like for Tetra. So if you've never heard of it before, Tetra is a way to automate strategies for the blockchain. So what does that mean? So for example, you see already on the screen as examples, PX staking ladder, some arbitrage opportunities, long shorting, different trading stuff. It doesn't have to be that either. It could be literally participating in farms, anything where you can read data on the blockchain. And again, this Thanksgiving upgrades too kind of alluded to this, where, hey, people are asking for more features and we need off-chain data, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that'll happen in the future as well. But generally speaking, it is a way to be more efficient and to automate all of these things that you do in this ecosystem. So, for example, if you're farming ink, and back, especially the first few weeks it was live, it was actually worth a lot of money. So maybe every day, every week, whatever it is, you're harvesting your ink and you're recompounding it. You're putting it into the ink farms, PulseX. That is manual effort, right? You go and do yourself, take time, click all the buttons, and it's a bunch of buttons and stuff too, to redo all the farms and all that stuff. Or maybe you were taking that, you're harvesting from whatever pool. It could be ink for PulseX, could be, any other DEX or anything else as well. Maybe you're taking that and you want, every time you have some, you want to make a new hex stake. So you're trading it for hex and then you're making a new stake, all that. What if there was a way that instead of you doing that manually all the time and checking the price, or another example is like, you're taking on leverage positions or you're taking loans or whatever it is, and you feel more anxiety or more pressure or whatever to look at your phone or check crypto more often or whatever it is to make sure, you got your prices in your mind or whatever. And you're like, oh, I need to check this to make a move based on the price or so I don't get liquidated or whatever's going on. All that stuff, or a lot of it, most of it, we'll say, can be automated with Tetra. So that's cool, right? So you can automate doing all this manual stuff, save yourself time, save yourself effort, save yourself whatever it is. And then, so that's one part. So the automation is like kind of the primary use of the platform, automation. So how do you do that? Well, you got to be a really smart person and make up all these like strategies and deploy them. You got to upload all this stuff. So there'll also be another part is, yeah, you can do that. If you're a crypto nerd and you want to come up with strategies, maybe I'll even come up with strategies myself. I don't know. I know other people are working on some stuff, Squirrel and Sloth and everyone, for T-shirts, of course. So that's one part. You can do that, or there'll also be a marketplace, which makes complete sense. There'll be community-driven strategies that should hopefully, depending on the feature set and all that stuff, will be point and click. Hey, I want to deploy this strategy, or I want to download this strategy and run it on Tetra, whatever it is. And you configure your parameters, you connect your wallet, you do all that stuff. So it'll be much simpler for a user who's not technical. They don't know all these strategies. They just know, hey, I'm doing this thing with whatever product I love on PulseChain. It could be Power City, Liquid Loans, it could be PulseX, it could be whatever you're doing, Hex. But I want to automate it because, I want to set these parameters, I want to automate it, and then fund it with, the fees and stuff it needs to run all this stuff. And then it'll automatically execute the strategy for you. So having it automated first saves you time, which is great, but also could even make you more money because, maybe you want to take a vacation. You don't want to just look at crypto all the time. I know I'm in that case. And I don't want to have to be around to press some buttons and do some trades and connect to wallets and all that stuff. So this is kind of perfect for that kind of scenario too. It's what it's meant for. So you don't need to be some crypto nerd coming up with strategies, do all this stuff. You can just borrow from other crypto nerds in the community who have these strategies and they've been vetted, approved, all that stuff. So that's the executing strategies portion. So where does the Tetra token come in? What does it have to do with any of this stuff? It doesn't. The only thing the Tetra token does is if you stake the Tetra token on the platform. So regardless if you're doing strategies or whatever is going on, if you just own the Tetra token and then you stake it, you earn fees that other people are paying and kind of, traffic and stuff on the network. You earn the fees they get distributed based on how much you're staking to all the Tetra stakers in the form of stablecoins. So you're literally earning passive income. You don't even need, so again, you don't need the Tetra token to deploy strategies and all this stuff. You don't need the Tetra token at all to use the platform. It is purely for a revenue sharing model that you can opt into. So that kind of begs the question, well, how much will it be? Well, it depends on how popular the platform is. Well, how popular can the platform become? Well, I think just looking at it, like, it is unlikely that it wouldn't become popular. Again, if everything works, they nail everything, no bugs, no critical bugs or anything like that, and everything works the way it's supposed to, why wouldn't people use this eventually? Over time, I could see people saying, that strategy you're doing or whatever you're doing, you can just automate it with Tetra. Or, if you have Tetra and you want to earn, passive income, here's the rates, here's the estimated rates, here's all that stuff. And then you would get Tetra, buy off market, whatever it is, stake it, and then again earn the part of the share of the fees. So I think it's very interesting. The model, it separates it. A lot of these things, hey, you need the token to use the platform is whatever way, you need it to do transactions, you need it to, you need to have so much of it to get discounts, stuff like that. All those completely valid ways for tokenomics and tokens to be created and distributed. This one is, I think, unique in the way that you don't need the token to use the platform. You only use the token if you want to earn passive income, stablecoins. So Stu mentioned the other day, it kind of shifts focus away from the price of the token, because normally it's like, okay, I want the token price to go up so I can sell it, right? You want price to go up, you want to buy it lower, you want to be in early, right? You're going to get in early, you're going to get a bunch of the token, and then when the price goes up, you're going to sell it for profit, right? That's like the typical mindset. With Tetra token, it's like, the way I think about it is if I'm going to use the platform, I just want the Tetra token. And I don't even think about selling the Tetra token, because the Tetra token is literally the money printer. The token itself and you staking it is the money printer. So like selling it, the way the price would go up is more people would want it. So they would put the buy pressure, but they wouldn't want it because they're speculating on the price to go up. I mean, they could be, but that's the secondary point. The primary point is, I would want the Tetra token so I can earn the fees coming from the network. So it's just very different. It's like it shifts the model from speculation on the price to literally utility of having the token, because I need this token in order to print money. So very interesting. Very different than most platforms and things you see around. And again, well, how much fees are going to, how's it going to grow? Like, all this depends on, I'm only going to want the Tetra token if I can, if I know the fees are going to be substantial enough for me to hold it, for me to first, make the investment, to buy it, to hold it, stake it, and keep it staked and not sell it. If you think about the entire platform and how it is literally meant to touch other products, it is meant to connect different, contracts and products on the blockchain in our ecosystem. And he's also talked about, deploying on other blockchains as well. But in our ecosystem, it's meant to, basically drive traffic for PulseChain, for different dApps and contracts and products and stuff out there, different protocols, Liquid Oil and Power City, all this stuff has been talked about a lot before. Neil for T-Shares has made a ton of content on this. So if you think about like how much the fees are going to be, whether it's going to be worth it, what is the ceiling for this? How big could it grow? Well, how big can PulseChain grow? How interested? You think about, we have all these little sub communities, all these little, all these, some bigger than others, but all these products, and they have people using them. They have community members, and if you just got a small portion of those community members who wanted to automate their strategies, it's kind of like you could see a scenario spreading like wildfire, right? Like, it could literally be like, well, here's a Tetra strategy for it, right? Like it's almost like you get free promotion from other communities just by their community members using your product to interact with their own product, their favorite product, right? They could use Tetra to automate strategies with their favorite product. So the more products, legit products, obviously, the ones that people have communities with are going to last more than a year or two. The more that Tetra catches on and makes it user friendly. Again, there's a lot of stuff to do. You got to make it user friendly. You got to make it easy. You got to get people interested. You got to show them why it's worth it to use the platform. That creates more fees. And if you have the Tetra token, you stake it, you get the revenue from those fees. And it's really cool. It's yeah. Neil's saying she's not too loud. I know. Yeah, I don't hide any alpha on this channel. I'll try not to, or what people may consider that. But I'm just impressed. I'm impressed from, again, all these things have to go correctly. It's got to work, and it's got to be easy for people to use. But to me, it's got a lot of potential as far as people using it. Again, I love it where it makes me not look at price. It diverts me away from thinking about price go up, because I'm more thinking about how much money can I print with it. It's a different paradigm. So very cool. I like the tokenomics. I like the platform. I like the people behind it. And, I think the community has been growing a lot, even the last few months. But again, they got to deliver. They haven't delivered yet. We're still waiting on testnet. But, if you want to know more, watch the stream I did with Stu last Friday, where we went into a lot of different questions and stuff with it too. So these guys deliver. Pretty cool. Tetra Brass. The only token, protocol launch soon. Yeah, that's, again, if you want to learn more about that, you can check out the stream I did recently, and the clips have been coming out as well. Tetra releases a common limit or for any tokens market checker. Yeah, pretty interesting. At least it's a common limit. Yeah, I mean, there's like so much buy pressure, so much trading, so much volumes. I mean, if you're PulseChain validator, I mean, you create a lot more volume. Like if this, I guess I would say it like this too. If the ideal, if everything comes together and it gets adopted and all this stuff happens, like it's literally, it could be a win-win for the ecosystem. Like it could help people, give people time back. It could make things more efficient, and it could help the other protocols in the whole network get more traffic, get more volume, get more people using them. And of course, if it helps you earn fees if you're staking Tetra as well. So it is one of those rare, again, all has to go well. I hope it all goes well. Could go horribly wrong. I certainly hope not, knock on wood. But if it lives up to its potential, I think it's a win for the ecosystem. And literally, it's one of the few tokens. So I'm like, wow, this is very cool in a very different way. So yeah, hopefully the test will be. Hopefully it'll be live on testnet in the next few weeks or so. Looking forward to it. But the token itself is Tetra P. In case you're interested, I'll just bring up the price chart real quick. Again, it's so refreshing to not think about price with Tetra. I mean, obviously you think about price when you're buying it and stuff, because that's you know how much you have, how much you want to get, whether you want to get it now or later or whatever. But just looking at it, it's due. Yeah, we were looking at the daily volume the other day, but yeah, if you want to trade it, I'll drop it in here. Not financial advice in any way, shape, or form, but that's where you can find on deck screen if you want to look at charts and different stuff like that. So I think I covered all I want to cover on Tetra. Yeah, I like it. I like the things that are win-win. I like the things that are really good for the ecosystem and good for the users, or at least the intentions are all there. I like the intentions of this.